What's up, y'all? So I know it's been a while since I done kind of graced y'all with my face on YouTube. But your boy been busy, man. Like this past summer, I've shot and we're still counting at this point. This past year, I've shot like over 30 weddings, and it's just been a good year. Like I've traveled the country to do some documentary work. Like your boy, I've been out here in these streets, man. Like seriously, I have. So, but that's not what we're talking about, right? We're not gonna talk about how cool my life has been. We're here to talk about the Sony A7IV and how cool this camera kind of is, but kind of not. Let's talk about it. So again, welcome back. I know it's been a while. But today we're gonna talk about I'm gonna give you all my 4 reasons why either it's gonna be kind of like a mixed bag, right? Because it's me really saying my 4 reasons why I wouldn't get this camera, but it's also 4 reasons that you could consider as well, like if you kind of in the same boat that I am. So here we go. Number one, the reason why I wouldn't personally buy the Sony A7IV is because I have the greatest video camera arguably come out within the past 2 years right now. I know people gonna be like, oh no, you got the Canon C70 and all that, whatever, that's cool. You got your pick, I got mine. But for me, the Sony A7S III has proven to be by far the best investment I've made for my business. I even got the K3M adapter. We talk about that. We talk about that in another video why I actually bought that and maybe why you may want to invest in it too. But for me, the Sony A7S III checks all the boxes I need to get to check. It performs well in low light, the dual native ISO. The video recording of it, the file size. I mean, I'm editing everything on an M1, so editing for me has not been an issue at all. So I'm perfectly fine and content with this A7S III, and for the price in which I got it for, I'm pretty decent, you know what I'm saying? Which is gonna move me into my second point, which is the megapixel count of the Sony A7IV. Now, don't get me wrong, if you're a photographer and you're looking for a hybrid camera, the Sony A7IV checks this box, especially with the fact that it got 33 megapixels. But for me, with me not being a photographer, I could care less about a megapixel count and more so about crop factor. And so with the Sony A7IV, with you being able to shoot in 4K 60, that's dope, and 422 10-bit and all that, that's dope. But I can do that on my camera with no crop for only $1,000 more. And I do find it odd that Sony was not able to do this with, and it has the same processor as the A1 and the A7S III. I get it. They have to kind of keep this camera a cost-friendly thing and to still make it competitive. I totally get it and I respect it. But for me, especially on the Sony A7S III, there will be no benefit for me owning that camera other than yeah, I get 10-bit and 24 frames per second, but as a B cam, I don't care if that camera has 10-bit. That's not really, if it's just a side angle, if I'm doing an interview, that's exactly what it is. It's a side angle, not my main angle. And to be real, I currently own, which is moving into my third point, I currently own a Sony A7siii, right? I sold my A6600. This is going by, but I actually sold this camera with the lens for A7V. Crazy deal, right? So with me getting rid of the A6600, now me having a Sony A7siii, now I finally have 2 full frame bodies, and the Sony A7siii autofocus is fire, the flip screen is fire, it's small, it's compact, it's a Sony A7 III with unlimited recording, which is what I wanted. So me, and then on top of that, I also have to consider the fact that wedding season is kind of coming to a downward end right now, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not booking, I mean, I'm getting I got 20 weddings booked next year, right? But as far as this winter period, the benefits I would gain from owning that camera would not see the light of day until next year. So it's why would I sit there and put roughly $2,500 on hold for a camera that I know realistically that's gonna be on back order? I wouldn't get to next year anyway. So that's something that you all have to consider, which is moving me into my fourth point. So right now, it's the price. So you can get the Sony A7IV for $2,500, right? But I'm pretty sure you can go ahead and after taxes, you probably looking around, especially if you live in Chicago, probably around $2,900. But if you look on Facebook Market or just use camera period, you probably can find you a Sony A7S III for $33, maybe even $3,500. And if 12 megapixels is not a big deal to you, which I promise you it's not. I have a picture right there in that back corner that I took on my Galaxy Note selfie screen, and you could not tell when people walk in, the first thing they say is yo, that's a dope picture. They're not oh man, what megapixel count was this camera taken on? You know what I'm saying? This photo was taken on. So if the megapixel count is not that important to you for the price point that you get, it's just, to me, the price is too close to an A7S III with compromises that I feel that I shouldn't have to deal with for a few $100 more. So with that being said, I will be like, I am part of like Sony's alpha program, if you will. So I will be like getting that camera like in a few months to like test it out to just kind of see what it is. So if that's something that you're interested in seeing. Now, granted, everybody has been talking about this camera and tested it, but if you're interested in seeing that from me, right? Because like the little loaner program, whatever the case is, I will be doing a review on that and like just kind of like comparing it to the A7S III, just like how the codec looks and all that. But Pro TV, they did like a comparison like with the video file size and looks and all that, and it was telling. You know what I mean? Like there were actually some differences, even though they're shooting like on the same codecs, whatever. There were some differences that I felt like, that's something to note. But other than that, you know, I'm out. That's just like my little 2 cents about it. But if you are like interested in hearing more, you just learning more about videography, period. We are almost at 6,000 followers on Instagram. Make sure you follow me there at Brookssmedia. And I'm trying my best, y'all, to get back in this whole full swing of just being more active on social media. But it's hard when you like busy as hell and getting paid thousands of dollars versus doing YouTube when you get paid shit. So it's your boy Sean Brooks. I'm out, man. Deuces.